Hello, YouTube. Thought I'd come on here today. I want to address this subject. This is a person, and it's not some negative rant. I know tend to do that sometimes. I'm sorry, but I'm a person, so we all have our opinions. But anyway, so I want to talk about Tyler Perry today, and the reason why I want to do this is because what I've noticed lately that it seems like I've been enjoying a lot of good African American television lately, namely the ones on. I've just enjoyed those series. And I feel like I've done a disservice to that brother because let me just say this up front. There's no one that I respect in show business more than Tyler Perry. So what I've discovered is every time I try to say something positive about, let's say for instance, Greenleaf, and the new one is Queen Sugar, tend to say, "Oh, this is not like Tyler Perry's," and that is so unfair. It's such bullshit because first of all, I haven't seen any of his current stuff. I haven't seen any of his television shows, any of the because it's just not my genre. When I first encountered him, maybe 12 years ago, I was at a friend's house and they put that on. I think the play was called The Family Reunion, and I had never laughed so hard at a television. I guess it was a play made into video. But I just sit there and I laughed and laughed and laughed, and instantly I want to know everything about this writer, about this performer, Medea, and he kind of took the country like that. Everyone was talking about Tyler Perry for this, so I have a tremendous amount of respect for him. Then I wanted to say, fortunately, I didn't have to go buy them because a friend of mine happens to collect uh, all black television plays. He has everything in his collection, so I can just go over and borrow it whenever I want it. Anyway, but it made such an impression on me because I'm not a person who watches plays, and I've seen a lot of gospel plays before, but they never caught my attention like that. So this is a remarkably talented guy. I think what happened with me is I kind of typecast him, and I saw him as Medea. Every time I see Tyler Perry, I see Medea. So when he started branching off, well, let's just say I watched every play for had to be 5 years. I mean, everything that came out, I watched, and on video, and had the money to go traveling the country to get to the plays. But tremendous amount of respect for that man. I thought he was just the most talented. That character was so precise, and so hilarious, and then he managed to mix music in with comedy and hold your attention like that. I thought it was remarkable. So when he started doing his movies, I didn't like him as much. And the reason why I didn't like the movies as much is just I just was not into that type of movie. I don't watch a lot of comedies, and I've discovered is that a lot of these genres, because he jumps from genre to genre to genre, they all a lot of them tend to be comedies, but like I don't watch television comedies, so I can't say oh I don't watch Tyler Perry's television comedies. No, the truth is I just don't watch television comedies. It's just not something that's interesting to me. And so, but that doesn't diminish my respect for that writer, director, performer. And to think that he's not a trained actor is just it's unbelievable. So anyway, I said all that to say that when I start seeing the movies and things like that, I like the place better, just because that's how I was initially introduced to the character, and so I kind of drifted. I mean, I did watch. I think I watched pretty much all the movies, but still, the plays were still my main thing. Of that's where I first encountered him. I've had the same situation with certain writers. I'll read their book, and the book that impresses me the most, I mean, I just fall in love with that book. Every other thing they ever do for the rest of their life is compared by that work of art. So I may not follow all the different things that he's done, but he's done an incredible amount of stuff. So anyway, I want to give props to Tyler Perry. I think he's a brilliant man, and I hope nothing comes out of my mouth to suggest that he's not any less brilliant because someone else is doing something new. Something else is new to us is basically what it is. Uh, so I like to say, I mean, he rescued OWN network. I remember what OWN network, the way they were struggling before he came into the picture. And so whether that was a season now or they're doing able to do other things now, a lot of that's because of him because he saved that network. They were not doing anything for the first couple of years she was up, and people came there because of Tyler Perry. Uh, I remember a few years, couple 2 or 3 years back, people started rumors, how he's gay and all this kind of stuff. And that was in the I, that I don't think that matters a fuck at all. Um, Frankly, when I first saw Medea, I said, well, I assumed that the person was gay because they just seem to do their female character so much. But so does Eddie Murphy. So does Flip Wilson. There are a lot of straight actors that they're just good actors. When I saw Perry and Alex Cross, I had to look at it. I said, this is not my thing. Action movies is not my thing. I guess it's hard to entertain me. But I said, this guy's up here. He's a real actor. I don't know what the extent of his training was, but he played the role. Then I was watching some Ben Affleck movie he was in, The Gone Girl, I think it was called, and his name wasn't all over the credits and all. He wasn't the writer, producer, and all the director, and all that stuff. He was just an actor playing a role. He played that role. I mean, it's an extremely talented man. So I'm glad he's having the success he's having. I just got a picture of that house a couple of days ago. He's living like a king, and he deserves it. Uh, So anyway, I guess I was having a little bit of guilt because I'm out of my mind. I'll say things that are just dumb. I mean, I don't know the quality of these TV sitcoms he's doing. I mean, TV dramas because I haven't watched them. It's just not something that I would watch. I don't care if they're white, Chinese, Mexican people, whoever they are doing them. It's not the kind of thing that holds my interest. And so it would be totally disingenuous for me to sit up and say that the quality of his is different than the quality of that one or whatever. They're not in competition. It's just something different. I'm very happy with some of the stuff that Owen's been doing lately because the dramas that are catching my attention. But I mean, Atlanta is a household word now. Look at Atlanta, Georgia. I mean, that's not all Tyler Perry, but all of these TV shows. I mean, I don't even remember all the names of them, but all the realities coming out of there, all the black shows that are on, coming out of Atlanta now. Atlanta's a black Hollywood, and he has a major role in that. I'm sure in the future he's going to be a timeless legend. So anyway, love Tyler Perry, love his work. When I still watch his movies, I know every line in all of his plays. That's going to be the thing that holds that captured my attention and held it and kind of left such a mark on me that it's going to be my favorite genre of his. But I'm sure he'll do other amazing things. He's done all kind of stuff. And I think Perry is the type where whatever he hasn't done, that's what he wants to do. So now his new show, I think it's called Too Close to Home or something like that, with all white cast. Well, that doesn't surprise me because he wants to do something that he hasn't done. So if he can get a role as an opera singer and sing opera, I'm sure that would intrigue him because it's something he hasn't done. So everything he hasn't done, he's tried and been very successful. I mean, one of the most successful black people in the industry. I mean, if not the most successful. And so I, 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 I just want to make this statement. Love Tyler Perry. I think he's a great person. I wish he was gay just so I can say, oh, look at the gay man. He's up there. He's making us look good. You know. But that doesn't make any difference to me whatsoever. He's a brilliant actor, brilliant businessman. I mean, those deals he made. Who's done a deal like that? Now, he's got deals on the par with Steven Spielberg, just coming out of urban plays. He made a lot of us even look at plays, and we wouldn't go into a theater. I couldn't hardly sit still through a play, but I can certainly sit through his. So anyway, I'm putting up it's a shout out for Tyler Perry. If I said anything that ever seems like I'm downgrading his work, is strictly bullshit because I haven't seen any of the shows on OWN. I've seen most of the movies, but don't take that for anything. I don't know anything about the man's current work, but I respect that he's able to take on just about anything and be successful at it. So he's a brilliant man. If I said anything stupid, I apologize for that. I'm Team Perry all the way. Don't get it twisted. All right, talk to you guys later.